All right, everybody, in this problem, we're given an area model, and they're telling us the total square units. And they're also telling us how many units wide it is, which if we're thinking of an area model, this would be rows, 21 rows of how many will equal this total amount, right? We know that this is rows, we just don't know how many are in each row, right? And that is the problem that was presented to you today. Well, if I was to do this and this, what does this problem immediately begin to look like? Division, exactly. One of the reasons that you've done a lot of area models in your mathematical career so far is because it is a great way to see the relationship between total, number in a group, number of groups, or number of groups, number in a group. These are your factors, and that would be your total. In a multiplication problem, you're given number of groups, how many in a group, and you have to find the total. But in division, you're given the total number, and then you're also given either how many groups you have or how many is in a group. In this case, we have how many groups, and our job is to find out how many are in each group. Now, when I say groups and in each group, this should come to your mind because we've always said one of the factors tells you how many groups you have, and the other factor tells you how many are in each group. When you're dividing, you're always given one of those pieces of information. You're either told how many are in a group or how many groups, and you'll have to find out the answer that the other factor gives you. So this really turned out to just be a division problem. How many groups of 21 can I make if I have 462? Let's go ahead and do it. Whenever I divide, I know I'm going to be using groups of 21. So I find some location where I can have a little section where I work around with multiples of the divisor in order to see how many I can make. So 21 times 10 is always a nice place to start. That will get me 210. Well, that's not close enough. I feel like I can go higher. So I might try 21 times 20 groups of 21 instead of just 10 groups of 21. And that gets me 420, which is quite a bit closer. So I'm going to start off with that using my partial quotients method. That means I'm getting one little piece of the final answer at a time. So 20 groups of 21 will use up 420 of these square units. How many do I have left to work with? 42. Well, I'm seeing a 42 down here already. If I didn't already know, I could see that 21 times 2 is 42. So I'm going to go with that. 2 more groups of 21 will use up 42, and I'll have nothing left. My final answer is here, 22 groups. And we're going to locate it up here. That's where we'll look for that answer. So we got our final answer. And it was, we can go back to this again, 21 rows with 22 in each row would equal 462, right? So we found one of the missing factors, information. We found out how many were in each group by finding the missing factor. So check that out. It's super cool that when we do that, all of a sudden we can see and visualize that division multiplication connection. Love it.